Right now at noon, an officer-involved shooting leaves one man dead.
And a few cold fronts this week lead to much cooler temperatures through the end of the week.
Plus, one grandmother in Oklahoma is taking legal action to prevent bullying in her state.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
This is KOAM News at noon. I'm Elise Noe. We begin with breaking news as one man is dead after an officer-involved shooting. KOAM's Shannon Becker brings us more details.
Sunday evening about 6:45, Jasper County deputies were alerted to a disturbance at a residence. People inside the home said they were being threatened by a male who lived there. On arrival, the deputy was told the man might have a weapon. Sheriff Randy Kaiser.
This was a use of force incident where, the subject came out with a firearm and fired around at our officer, and our officer returned fire.
Michael Antweiler, 60, was struck as the deputy returned fire. He was rushed to a Joplin hospital where he later died. That officer is now placed on administrative leave.
It's just a formality where the officer is placed on administrative leave during the course of the investigation. Of course, I always emphasize it doesn't mean that he did anything wrong or that we suspected he did anything wrong. It's just a part of our process is that we would put that officer on leave during that time.
Sheriff Kaiser tells us the Missouri State Highway Patrol is investigating as an outside agency. An autopsy is scheduled for Wednesday. In Joplin at our KOAM News Now studios at 7th and Range Line, I'm Shannon Becker for KOAM News Now.
Meteorologist Lindsay Gaffney joins us with a first look at weather.
Well, we had a cold front move through this morning, so it was a bit of a windy day yesterday. That cold front came in early this morning, so we hit our high just after midnight, about 61 degrees, and our low this morning about noon. So just before noon, we hit our low 42 degrees. So our high today only getting up to the upper 40s. It's going to be a cool day. Now, yesterday we were in the lower 70s, 72 for our high. So we are definitely at a drastic drop from then. You can see our temperatures are still kind of bouncing around in the low 40s, though we do start to warm up as we head into this afternoon, just slightly again, only into the upper 40s for a high, maybe reaching 50 degrees in some areas. So you can see most of the overcast clouds are starting to push out. By midday today, we're going to be mostly sunny skies. It's going to be nice overall, other than the cooler temperatures. Now, throughout the rest of the evening, again, those clouds start to clear. Temperatures remain pretty cool, and then we're dropping back down into the mid to upper 20s for our lows. I'll have those details coming up.
All right, thanks, Lindsay. And don't forget, you can be the first to know about the day's weather with the KOAM Sky Watch Weather app. Get severe weather updates sent straight to your phone free of charge. It's available in the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store. The KOAM Sky Watch Weather app. A Missouri church handed out baskets to people containing essentials for Thanksgiving dinner. The James River Church in Joplin gave back to the community by donating food items for Thanksgiving. KOAM's Mitch Adams has more.
Being there to be able to hand that to them and say, here you go, I hope this blesses you, that's what it's all about.
The holidays can be costly for many families. During this time of the year, there are organizations that help people in need of donations. One of those organizations being the James River Church in Joplin.
So this is the Thanksgiving basket giveaway. So this is historic in the life of the church. We've never given away this many baskets before. Today, across all 4 campuses, we're giving away 70,000 pounds of food. That's over 19,000 homes across the southern Midwest Missouri.
A giveaway like this can't run smoothly without a good amount of assistance, and the church had plenty of people interested in volunteering.
We had 194 volunteers show up because we wanted to bless our community with a Thanksgiving Day basket that included a full Thanksgiving meal, a turkey, stuffing, a dessert, the whole Thanksgiving meal. And we had 194 people say, I want to be a part of that. I want to show up and I want to be an outreach to the community and give back in any way that they can.
A pillar of the Thanksgiving holiday is being grateful, and the church wanted to display this by helping the community and people in need.
James River Church cares, that they are excited to help. I mean, that 200 people came out on a Saturday morning to show love to the community, just to say that we care. that God cares, He loves them, He sees them, and we want to be a part.
In Joplin, Missouri, Mitch Adams, KOAM News.
Baskets were available for pickup Saturday morning from 10 a.m. to noon. The One Church in Joplin put on its annual Family and Friends Thanksgiving. Members of the church's congregation brought Thanksgiving foods like mashed potatoes, stuffing, and lots of pie. Now, this is also the church's starting event for Christmas of Hope, in which they help provide Christmas gifts for foster children.
Raise over $30,000 starting at Thanksgiving until we actually go out and do the shopping. And so that's just in a matter of 2 or 3 weeks, we're able to raise over $30,000 to make sure that we're able to buy the kids what they want.
Shopping for the gifts begins December 11th at the 15th Street Walmart. Well, the Fort Scott Recreation Department did a 5K run for 7 local families for its Adopt a Family program. Now, the run, called the Turkey Trot's goal is to raise around $100 for each family to go towards Christmas gifts. This year's event is partnered with Fort Scott High School's Angel Tree, which tells the rec department what some of the kids want for Christmas. And you can help feed those in need ahead of the Thanksgiving holiday. Ron's Supermarket in Pittsburgh will be collecting food donations today from 4 to 7 p.m. It's part of our Feed the Four States campaign. Now, Ron's Supermarket is located at 310 East Centennial Street in Pittsburgh, Kansas. All donations will be given to the Wesley House. Well, coming up, long-lost letters from World War II make their way back to its Missourian owner. And later, we're making homemade chocolate cream pie in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen. World War II letters and photos donated to the Salvation Army in Hannibal, Missouri are back with their owner's family. Hannibal Salvation Army Family Store Manager Tina Eifert and local writer Megan Duncan helped to solve the mystery of who they belong to. Alice Montgomery says she must have accidentally dropped the box of letters off by mistake when dropping off donations. Now, Duncan said the letters portray a heartwarming love story between Montgomery's parents, Chester and Bernice.
Joy to see that the people who got them cared about them, that they cared to find out where they came from and that they got back to the right person. That means a lot to me.
Store manager Eifert said her father served in the Korean War and passed away when she was young, so it made the return of the letters and photos even more special for her. An Oklahoma grandmother says she is fed up with schools not following state laws and handling bullying. She says she is now taking big legal action after her 2 grandkids suffered bullying by students and teachers. Katie Arata reports.
The lawsuit filed on Tuesday claims Superintendent Walters, the State Department of Education, and the Board of Education have ignored school districts' noncompliance with the Oklahoma School Safety and Bullying Prevention Act.
The School Safety and Bullying Act has a lot of hoops schools are supposed to adhere to when they have a bullying report. And in all the bullying complaints I get from parents, and when I look, very few of those are being followed.
According to court documents, the grandmother who filed the lawsuit says her 2 grandchildren were severely bullied by students and teachers at Keys Public Schools while administrators turned a blind eye, violating the law.
We tried to work with the school. I sent some cease and desist letters. I pointed out some of the things they were not doing consistent with their obligation.
With no help from Keys Public Schools, the grandmother and her attorney filed a complaint with OSDE.
I sat down and wrote a multi-page complaint to OSDE asking them to investigate the culture and how the schools was complying with the procedural requirements, and that should affect their accreditation.
Under state law, OSDE is required to investigate a complaint of failure to comply with accreditation standards within 30 days of receiving it. But the investigation in this case did not close until 458 days after the complaint was filed, lawyers say.
We get, after over a year of having filed our complaint, we get a response from the Awarity administrator that they're sorry they can't do anything for us regarding the complaint because schooling is a local control matter. And as long as the school board or the school is following their procedure, which they weren't, which we all laid out, but as long as they were, there isn't anything they can do.
OSDE's response prompted the lawsuit filing.
But in the end, the only thing I could think of was to sue Department of Education, the Board of Education, and the state superintendent for not paying attention to what the state law tells them they're supposed to do.
Well, still to come on KOAM News at noon, Mr. Food.
Looking for a great way to finish your Thanksgiving feast? We've got it. And is it ever creamy delicious?
And we've got below average temperatures for most of the week. I'll have those details coming up. Well, we had a cold front pass early this morning, which is just going to continue to drop our temperatures through today and into tomorrow morning. Let's go ahead and take a look outside downtown Pittsburgh. You can see overcast skies, kind of gloomy out there, but no rain so far associated with the cold front that we had passed this morning. It's a dry front, so really we're just getting some overcast conditions and cooler temperatures. But you can see the clouds are starting to push out of Kansas and moving off to the east. So hopefully by the mid-afternoon, we're going to be mostly clear. We are going to be clear tonight with temperatures dropping down to mid to upper 20s for our low. It's going to be a very cool start to Tuesday, but Tuesday is actually going to be a bit warmer. So today, since we had that cold front move through early this morning and it's still kind of processing throughout the rest of the day, our highs really only getting up to, you can see, lower 40s to upper 40s to mid 40s, bouncing around in the 40s today. Some areas reaching just about 50 degrees, but really we're not getting much warmer than that with our lows tonight. Again, mid to upper 20s. Lamar about 31, not so bad. Chanute 27, Oswego 28, Pittsburgh 27, and Joplin about 29 degrees. So we are going to be well below freezing temperatures. We may wake up with a bit of a frost in the morning on Tuesday, but our highs reaching lower 50s. So we're starting to warm back up, and we're warmer by Wednesday as well. But we do have another front moving in, which is very similar to the front that we saw this morning. So it's going to be passing in the early morning hours on Wednesday. So our lows, since we have overcast skies Tuesday night into Wednesday morning, aren't cooling down much. Lower 40s for our lows on Wednesday, but then our highs upper 40s to low 50s, the same thing that we saw today. But then we'll continue to drop as we head into Thursday, which is Thanksgiving, with our lows dropping down again to the upper 20s. So we've got pretty much an identical system that's going to be moving in on Wednesday, dropping those temperatures again. Yet, though, except those temperatures are going to be consistently cooler for the rest of the week. So this is what we're expecting Wednesday morning. We've got that wind shift line coming in, little to no rainfall accumulation, though there's some isolated spots where we may see, especially in the northeastern counties, isolated shower or two Wednesday evening, and then again early Thursday morning. It's about 3 a.m. in the southern counties. Now these rain chances are behind the front. The front is already south of Arkansas, but we could still see a couple of isolated showers, along with, since these temperatures are going to be in the upper 20s, so well below freezing, we could see maybe, if the rain chances do pan out, maybe some snowflakes in the morning on Thursday, but again, not a lot of rain accumulation. It'll be sunny skies for the rest of Thanksgiving and into Friday, though those temperatures are going to be in the mid 40s for the rest of the week. So you can see mid to lower 50s on Tuesday, mid to upper 50s on Wednesday, maybe even reaching 60 degrees. We got a slight chance for those isolated showers, but it's mostly overcast. And then Thursday, clear skies, temperatures in the mid 40s, overnight lows Thursday night into Friday, low 20s. And then we start to warm back up. We've got another cold front moving in on Saturday. And then after that, we will continue to warm up back to above average temperatures next week.
All righty, definitely going to be chilly. Not looking forward to it.
Bundle up this week. I mean, it's starting to feel like, Sunday is December 1st. So it's starting to feel like we're in the winter season.
Just about.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, Lindsay. Well, stick around. We're making homemade chocolate cream pie in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen. We'll be right back. Howard is showing us another dessert to add to your Thanksgiving table. He's making chocolate cream pie in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
We're on our final few days before what I call the Super Bowl of food. That being Thanksgiving, of course. I call it that since the whole day is centered around food. From the munchies that we nibble on while waiting for everyone to show up, to all the desserts. And the one that's always the first to go in our house is Patty's homemade chocolate cream pie. It goes together like this. She starts out by combining some sugar, cocoa powder, cornstarch, and salt in a saucepan. Then she gradually stirs in some cold milk and brings it to a boil. Once it starts to thicken, she takes it off the heat and stirs in some vanilla extract before pouring this into a pie crust that's been baked off. As for the crust, that can be a refrigerated one or one that you make from a secret family recipe. After topping this with some freshly whipped cream and a few chocolate curls, it doesn't matter how stuffed you are. I bet you'll find room for a slice or even two. The recipe for Patty's homemade chocolate cream pie is online now, just in time to be the best dessert ever. I'm Howard with Patty in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a creamy chocolate way for you to say, ooh, it's so good. Nice.
Well, you can find this recipe along with a lot more good food from the Mr. Food Test Kitchen online. Just go to our website. Of course, that's KOAMnewsnow.com. Now here's a look at the 4-state market prices.
Well, today we have some pretty cool temperatures, but tomorrow we start to warm up through Wednesday. We got another cold front similar to what we had this morning coming through on Wednesday, which is going to drop our temperatures through the rest of the week, starting Thanksgiving into the mid 40s with our overnight lows at or below freezing. So it's going to be a pretty chilly week ahead.
Pretty chilly week to finish out the month of November. I mean,
to start off December. I like that.
All right, thanks, Lindsay. Well, coming up tonight at 5, Thanksgiving is just around the corner, and that means office potlucks and holiday gatherings are back in full swing. And while potlucks can bring people together, sometimes they come with their own set of pitfalls. We're going to take a look. Plus, we'll have some tips for ways you can make this Thanksgiving holiday more affordable. And a Pitt State student organization holds a shoe drive for kids in need. You can join us for those stories and more on KOAM News at 5. And that's the news for now. Thank you for joining us on KOAM News at noon. Stick with us on KOAM. We'll be joining a CBS special report right after this. Have a great rest of your day.